what do you see the biggest overall life lessons being taught as a professional athlete, as a professional fighter in general, in your experience? Because you're at this place where a lot of people will never get to. You've got a lot of people coming up beneath you that want to get to that spot. We'll take just in the scope of even business, what has being a professional fighter helped as a professional in a business setting?
Yeah, that's a great question. I honestly, this is probably gonna sound crazy too, but because of fighting, I feel like everything else in life is just easy. Not, I don't want to say easy, but like basically taking that first step to do anything. Like when you get that adrenaline rush before you step into an octagon, a cage, a ring, whatever, like you know this guy across from you has been training to beat the living shit out of you, and that it's such a hard thing just to even step in there, man. And because of that, I feel like starting a business, you know, going something as simple and going up and talking to a girl that I think is cute has become easier in life because of it. I think it just helps with your confidence, really.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And I think going off of that, it's kind of the same comparison when you have those free climbers that will climb those crazy buildings, and their adrenaline and their like everything else becomes so much more tame. Everything is down here, but when you're walking into that octagon, you're here, which makes life just so much easier as you progress, right?
Yeah, adversity, man.
Man, for me personally, get me in the ring against like Chuck Liddell in his prime against put me up on the side of that mountain with no ropes. Have you seen those guys?
That's insane.
That's insane. That's actually, and here's the thing, they're actually insane. They did a scan of that one guy's brain. You know, the free solo guy.
Yeah.
Can you pull up his name? The documentary is called Free Solo. He soloed El Cap. Yeah. That big face in Yosemite.
Even the way he talks is like, bro, something's wrong with you.
Something's wrong with you, man. Like, you don't have a level 10. You just go up to level 6.
Yeah.
And what they said was that they abuse. Now I think it's the pituitary gland. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Whatever the part of the brain is that is. Yes. What's his name? Alex Honnold. Honnold.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. He's a free solo. Look at him. No ropes. Side of that thing. That's insane to me.
Yeah.
But they don't experience fear. Those guys, they actually scan their brain, and him particularly, they're like, oh yeah, you don't have the part of your brain that actually, you don't give off that chemical anymore. You feel like nothing really excites you. You just kind of, you don't reach 10.
I feel like psychopaths are like that as well. I mean, I love psychology. It's so interesting. I'm pretty sure psychopaths have that same thing wrong with them.
Similar, very similar.
Yeah.
It's I believe I'm sure a clinical psychologist would dissect this argument. But I think it is similar. That part of their brain just does not fire the way you and I would. I mean, you transport me up there, I would freak out. But it's funny the way you phrase, you know, it reminds me of course you've seen Fight Club.
Yes.
It's almost to a T what you just said. When Tyler Durden, what he says, he goes, after fighting, all the rest of our lives had the volume turned down.
Yo.
That's kind of how it is, right?
That's a great quote.
Yeah. Because it prepares you for a sense of adversity that a lot of us don't ever get. And I mean, I wrestled in high school, but that's as far as I ever took it. Getting to a place where you're a man and he's a grown-ass man and both of us have trained for a year and we're about to go in here and our goal is to basically kill one another.
Yeah.
That's not something a lot of people experience.
Wrestling. If you guys are, whoever's listening to this, get your kids into wrestling, because some of the mentally strongest people I've ever met in life were wrestlers. Like even just high school. My partner and our marketing director both wrestled, and I feel like everybody I meet that has wrestled has that kind of swagger about them.
It seems like a common thread throughout a lot of martial arts. Speaking about the instructor that I remember I had when I was wrestling, they teach a lot of like internal discipline. They teach a lot of mental fortitude, both on and off the mat, but especially on the mat. They teach you to, you know, stay calm. You never panic. If you feel like you're in a situation, think of it much more like chess than you think about it like free soloing El Cap. Like you need to be able to calm yourself and get out of situations the way you would if you were staring at a chessboard. And that, I think, again, that is one other thing that does translate to real life. I love the lessons that are taught in all of sports, but especially in martial arts where you are very self-reliant.
Yep.
I think that also translates specifically into business because you've got business partners